Hi guys, so in this video we're going to be talking about highest common factor, which is a part of common factor or factorization. So within our factorization we have five methods: common factor, grouping, trinomials, dots, and difference or sum of two cubes. And within our common factor factorization method we have another three. So this will be the first of three videos under the common factor idea. So let's look at this now. What does the highest common factor have to do with? Consider two numbers. Let's say the number 12 and the number uh, 20. All right. So if you have to consider the number 12 and the number 20, you would then need to find something called the highest common factor. Generally, you've learned how to do this using the factors of your two numbers, which involves writing your factors out. Alright, and then what we gotta do is we gotta look for the highest common factor between these two. And so in this case, it's gonna be equal to 4. So what do we do with this now? So you'd put a 4 down, alright? We're just keeping this 4 down. Now the question is, 4 times something needs to give me 12. Right? So 4 times something needs to give me 12. The way we're going to find the something is by taking our 4 and getting those numbers divided by it. So 12 divided by 4 and 20 divided by 4, which will give you 3 and 5. So the concept of highest common factor under your common factor method is two numbers multiplied will give you that, and again they'll give you that. But this is the highest common factor. Now let's see how this helps us. If you've got something over here, 12x plus 18, the first step obviously is to find the highest common factor between 12 and 18. You can go ahead and work this out, and you should get that the highest common factor is 6. Now what that means is that now that I have my highest common factor, I'm gonna go ahead and put it down. So 6, I'm gonna open a bracket and open it and close it on the other side. This is how we're factorizing this now. Now I'm gonna take the first term we have here, which is 12x, and I'm gonna divide it by what I took out as my highest common factor. And when you do that division, 12 divided by 2 by 6, sorry, 12 divided by 6 will give you 2, and you'll have your x because there's nothing to divide it with. So you'll get a 2x. Then we're going to go ahead and take our second term with its sign. So in this case, positive 18 divided by that same highest common factor from over here, and then you get an answer of 3. So or positive 3. So we're just gonna put plus 3, and that has been considered factorized. So we use our highest common factor method to factorize our first question. Let's try again for the second one. So in this case, between 20 and 30, the highest common factor will be 10. So we're gonna put a 10, open bracket and close bracket. Then again, we're gonna take this one, which is 20y, and we're going to take this one, which is negative 30, and divide both by our highest common factor. This 20y divided by 10, 20 divided by 10 will give you 2. There's nothing to cancel the y, so we just have 2y. Then with the 30, negative 30 divided by 10 is going to give you negative 3. So it's minus 3. And that's been considered factorized. Let's look at this one. So for this one, again, our numbers are 8 and 12. So the highest common factor between 8 and 12 is going to give you 4. So 4 bracket, bracket, and then we can go with 8a plus 12b, and we need to divide both of these by our highest common factor of 4, and that will give you 2a, because 8 divided by 4 is 2, and then 12 divided by 4 is going to give you 3p. So your expression factorized looks something like that over there. Alright, so all we do is find the factor, highest common factor, take all the terms and divide them individually by the highest common factor. Now remember, for this, it doesn't need to be two terms. It can be any number of terms. You can have three terms or four terms. Terms are these things here that are separated by a plus or minus. So here we've been working with two terms. If I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 terms, I could still do highest common factor. In fact, no matter what method of factorization you plan to do on any question, always start by highest common factor. Even if you know it's a trinomial, check if there's a highest common factor, and if there is, then pull it out and factorize it first and then do your trinomial. It really helps sometimes. So always do highest common factor first. So now let's make it a little bit more tricky. Now with our highest common factor, let's go ahead and start. Between 15 and 25, the highest common factor is going to be 5, right? 5. But now we have something interesting happening here. On our left hand side we have x times x, which is x squared, times y, and on the right hand side we have x times y. Now with our highest common factor, we also need to include variable. So in this case now, if you're looking at it, we're trying to look for common stuff that we can put into our HCF. So we have an x that's common in both, so we're going to go ahead and put an x here. We have a y that's common in both, so we're going to go ahead and put a y here. And that makes our highest common factor 5xy. Okay, so there's only one x that's common in both and one y that's common in both, right? We're going to then open up our brackets and close our brackets, and now we're going to do our small calculation. So 15 x squared y, and the other term is plus 25. Actually, let's write it like this: x squared can be written as x times x, right? And the other term is plus 25x y xy squared. We're going to go ahead and divide both by 5xy and 5xy. Now, when you do that division, before we even do that division, I want you to see how there's an x over here and an x over here. So something's gonna happen. They're going to cancel off, and this y and this y is gonna cancel. This x and this x is gonna cancel. This y and this y is gonna cancel. So our term on this side, 15 divided by 5, is going to be 3, and we have an x that's left, so it'll be 3x. And on the right hand side, 25 divided by 5 is going to be plus 5, and there's a y left, so it'll be plus 5y. Alright, pause the video, attempt the next question. I'm going to do the HCF first. So for HCF, the highest common factor between 18, 24, and 30 will be 6. Now, if we look at our letters now, right, let's look at our letters. We have a squared, which is AAB, AB squared, which is ABB, and AB. So now, again, when we're pulling out letters that are common, they have to be common in all our terms. So if I take this A here, I have to have an A in this term and an A in this term. So there we go. I'll put an A there. Then, okay, there's a B that's common. Let's take that. Alright, now there's nothing else common. There's a spare A over here, spare B over here, but there's nothing else that's common. So our HCF is going to be 6AB open close. Alright, now we're gonna write down our terms a b minus 24 a b, and then you got plus 30a b, and then we're going ahead dividing all of them by our highest common factor. Right. Okay, so we're going to divide all of them by our highest common factor. Um, and before I start, why don't you just take a look and see what's going to cancel in all those three divisions? Okay, you should pause the video whenever I ask you to do something so you get a bit of time and I can continue talking. So, delete, delete, cancel, 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 cancel. So I just canceled a matching A on the top and the bottom, a B on the top and the bottom, always in the same bracket. Okay, that would leave me now over here. 18 divided by 3 is by 6 is going to give you 3A. 24 divided by 6 is going to give you 4, so minus 4B. And 30 divided by 6 is going to give you 5. So our factorized expression is now 3A minus 4 minus 4B plus 5. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna continue with this one here. Now with this one we're going to find the highest common factor, and the highest common factor between 36 and 6 is going to be 6. And we also see that we have x's that are common, but there's only one x on the term on the right, so highest common factor is 6x. We'll put our 6x and open and close our bracket as normal. Then 36x squared divided by 6x. So 36 divided by 6 will give you 6. And x squared divided by x, well, we'll cancel one x. And that'll leave us with 6x. Then we've got negative 60x divided by 6x. Negative 60 divided by 6 will give you negative 10. And x divided by x will cancel. So it's going to be 6x minus 10x. Alright, for this one, actually take a moment, pause the video, attempt all three, and play the video, check your answers. I'm going to walk through them a bit faster. Now, first, our highest common factor, 42, 56, and 14 is going to be 7. So the highest common factor between those three is 7. And now we need to go ahead and check for the letters now. So between your letters, you've got x cubed, x squared, and x. The highest one is going to be x. And letters y, your variables y, you got y, y squared, and y cubed. So we're going to take a y, because remember, as we mentioned, it's x x x y x x y y and x y y y. So we can take x x x, there's it here, and y y y. That's your, it's here. So 7xy, open close. Then we have something else that I want you to take note of. Our first term in this example is a negative. So I have a habit of always taking out a negative if the first term is a negative, and it does help a little bit. So let's keep working with it in the same way. So our HCF is now negative 7xy. We're going to be dividing by that now. So negative 42x cubed y divided by this. So a negative divided by a negative is a positive. 42 divided by 7 is 6. X cubed divided by x is x squared. And y divided by y cancels off. So you've got 6x squared. Next, this divides by this. a positive divided by a negative is a negative. Then you got 56 divided by 7, which is going to give you 8. X squared divided by x is x, and y squared divided by y is y. So negative 8 x y. And lastly, you've got this divided by this. So a negative and a negative gives you a positive. 14 divided by 7 is 2. X divided by x cancels. Y cubed divided by y, you'll have 2 y's left, so y squared. So it's plus 2y squared. There we go. For question 8 now. You should have had a minute to go through it, and you'll have a look at and you should have your answer by now. So in this case, your HCF is going to be equal to 8AB. So 8AB, open brackets, this divided by this. So 48 divided by 8 is going to give you 6. A squared over A. I hope you're remembering or visualizing what we did over there now. So when you have variables being divided, you can follow your laws of exponents, or you can think of it as 2 A's on the top and A on the bottom. 1 will cancel, we're just left with 1. So in this case, you have 6A. B cubed over B will be left with B squared. Negative 64. So now you're doing this divided by this. Negative divided by positive is negative. 64 divided by 8 is 8. A divided by A is cancelled, and B squared divided by B is just B. Positive 80 divided by 8 now. So positive by positive is a positive. 80 divided by 8 is 10. A squared by A is A, and B by B is nothing. It cancels off, and this is your answer. Right. For the next one, our HCF is, as you're seeing, a negative in the front, so we put a negative 15x. So negative 15x. Now let's do our division. Negative 30 divided by negative 15. Negative divided by negative is positive. 30 divided by 15 is 2. X squared by x is x. 45 divided by 15 now. So positive divided by negative is negative. 45 divided by 15 is 3. X cubed divided by x is x squared. Lastly, negative 75x divided by negative 15x. So negative divided by negative is a positive. 75 divided by 15 is 5, and x divided by x cancels, so this will be your final